guys, it's Tabitha and I'm looking busted right now. Don't mind me. I gotta go somewhere in like an hour. This is not a watch, but I have to go somewhere in like an hour or two. So I'm making this video very fast. Today we're gonna be talking about BP Rania or Black Pearl. They go by so many different names, and you're gonna see why in this video. If you guys haven't heard, BP Rania has rebranded as a new K-pop group called Black Pearl. You may know BP Rania for having the first black K-pop idol, but now they have the second black K-pop idol because, you know, that's how you get attention to a K-pop group. Yes. So we're gonna be talking about that on this day. Yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of tea this afternoon or night or whenever you're watching this. So, you know, sit back, relax, and enjoy. So let's get into the video, period. So we're gonna give you a little backstory on BP Rania, and kick up your feet and relax because this is gonna be a long story, and that's because BP Rania doesn't know how to keep members. So yeah, we're gonna start with the first generation of BP Rania, and we're gonna go from there. This is spanning from the year 2011 to the year 2020, so we're gonna go through 9 years of K-pop for this one group that has had like 20 members in the past 9 years. So yeah, we're gonna do that. If you guys don't know who Rania is, they're a K-pop girl group that debuted in 2011 in South Korea. They debuted under the name as Rania, but as you guys see, like as the story goes on, they'll change the name several times, well, in a total 3 times. They're currently, and were at the time, with the music company DR Music, and they debuted with the title track Dr. Feelgood in 2011. When the group first started, there were 8 members. These members included, don't mind me while I read them because I can't be bothered to learn all their names. Sayum, but she's later referred to as Yina, when a lot of them change their names or go by different names as the generations change and the members change. Lucy, also known as Juyi, Rico, Joy, D, Pei, Gia, and Sarah. But soon after the group's debut in 2011, Sarah ended up leaving the group, and she was later replaced by a Chinese trainee named Yijo. However, Yijo left the group soon after the first EP release. The group debuted April 6th on Music Bank with their first song, Dr. Feelgood, which was written by Teddy Riley, which would be a key person to remember later in the, you know, history of the group, because like a fallout happens with them and the music company. Dr. Feelgood was not met with a lot of positive reviews because of the group's controversial outfit and choreography. They later returned in June with their first digital single, Masquerade, also written by Teddy Riley. However, Teddy Riley later renounced the group, saying, I'll put the quote here, and saying that the management was shady and a lot of other stuff after he left. So on November 16, 2011, the group releases their second EP called Time to Rock The Show. Later in June 2012, Juyi reveals that she's left the group. However, Dr. Music claimed that she was on hiatus during this time due to her parents being affected by a flood in Thailand. However, Rania makes a comeback in September 16th of 2012 with their second digital single, Style.
Classy, sexy, crazy, beautiful.
However, Joy did not participate in this comeback. Fans noticed that she wasn't at like group meets or, you know, was absent during choreography. However, Dr. Music claimed that she was still a member of the group. And they also had an American debut sometime in the summer of 2013. Empire Records handled this American debut for them, and they also had managers that were, I think, Britney Spears' past managers. On May 21st, Rania began filming an MTV show called Road to Fame, and later they also revealed that they would have an album featuring people like Snoop Dogg and 2 Chainz. However, the debut and the new music was delayed sometime in June, and they ended up releasing a single called Up on July 5th.
시작하지 아침이 밝아올 때까지 난
Skipping to May of 2014, they later signed with a new company, Spanish label called Ingenio Media. Ingenio Media. I'm so sorry, I cannot speak. And they later confirmed that they would have a comeback called Acceleration sometime in July. And they later started their second round of promotions in September. Later, they announced that they were looking for a sixth member of the group to replace Rika. Rika had been absent from the group since the debut of Just Go. However, staffers from the company prematurely released some of their music, and the company released a statement saying they were no longer looking for a person to replace Rico in the group. In 2014, Sam ends up disappearing at public appearances, and she also deactivated all of her social media accounts. DR Music said that this was to focus on university, but it was sort of shady, to be honest. Skipping to January 2015, Juyi also disappears from public appearances. However, Dr. Music said that she was on hiatus and had not left the group. Sorry, I skipped over a part, but after Sam left the group, they had a member called Sharon Park replace Sam. Soon after, Sharon announces that she would leave the group to focus on her modeling career. In July of 2015, 2 new members were added to the group. These 2 members were Solgi and Hyeme. I guess that's how you say your name, but Hyeme is a person to remember if because she's gonna be one of the members of Blackswan. And also she's involved in a lot of controversy right now. In October 2015, DR Music announced that there would be a 6-member comeback in November 6th with their 3rd digital EP, Demonstrate. It was later announced that Alex Reid would be joining the group as a collaboration. However, November 4th, Alex Reid later became an official member of the group. Soon after, Sam and Juyi leave the group officially. DR Music later announced that the group's comeback would be delayed until August of 2016 because they wanted to focus on an Alex and Hyeme subunit, but that ended up never happening. And this subunit would be supervised by a company called Makestar, I guess. Of July 13th of 2016, the Makestar project was officially canceled because the company was unable to get in contact with DR Music, and they said that they weren't responding or anything, so they canceled the project with Alex and Hyeme. On May 26, 2016, DTae and Shia, the last original members of the group, chose not to renew their contract with DR Music. However, they did sign with a new label, so I wonder why they didn't renew with DR Music. You'll later find out that DR Music is really shady and really bad at managing their artists. Well, if you haven't gathered that already by the delayed debuts, conflict with artists, and it just goes downhill from here, I guarantee. On June 26th, Rania performed at a Chinese event with 3 trainees. These trainees are very important to remember because they later become official members of the group. These trainees include Jiyeon, Jiyoon, and Crystal. On August 15th of 2016, Alex announces that she will be the new group leader. In October 25th, they performed with 2 trainees, Pabo and Hyunji. 2 days later, DR Music announced that they would be choosing from 7 trainees to find new official members of the group. On December 23rd of 2016, DR Music released teaser images of who would be in the group, as well as the members that remained in the group for the new BP Rania comeback. I read somewhere that they changed to BP Rania because they wanted to reference Alex's dark skin tone, but I guess so. I guess that would make a lot of sense. And they hinted at a comeback with 7 members. They released a teaser image on December 24th, which had Hyeme and Jiyoon, a new member, one of the trainees that we talked about earlier. On December 25th, they released an image of Solgi, also going by ZU at this moment, which I think we'd reference her as ZU later, but remember that is Solgi, and Yumin. On December 26th, they released a teaser image of Alex and Pabo. In late 2014, Sam comes back to the group, now being referred to as Yina. On December 27th, the last teaser image was Sam, which I guess was a reveal that she came back to the group after. during this debut. On December 30th of 2016, they released a single called Start a Fire in their 4th EP.
Turn it up. Yo. Yeah, yo, yo. TMB on the track. New generation. The legend is back.
On February 10th of 2017, DR Music announced that BP Rania would be starting their promotion for their second song, Make Me Ah, which I guess, I'm not sure about that, from their Start a Fire EP. And it would be announced that Alex would now be a part of the full choreo, which if she was the leader, why would she not be part of the full choreo in the first place? Really shady. On February 28th, BP Rania releases their first compilation album, which was called Rania Legend, with songs from Dr. Feelgood to their current album, Start a Fire. On May 12th, they announced that they were looking for 3 to 4 members for BP Rania W. And near that time, at the end of March, Yena announced that she would be leaving the group. So at this time, 6 members are 5. I have something in my other hand. Please, at the time, 6 members remained. On August 12th, they released their 7th EP called Refresh 7th, with their title track being Beep Beep Beep. That sounds so, I don't know. And promotions for that became controversial. When Alex was standing to the side during performances, they would not let her participate in choreo, or she would often stand to the side as they continue to perform, and a lot of fans start to notice this. After that, after a lot of fans began asking questions as to why Alex was standing to the side during performances as the other members continued to perform choreo and sing, DR Music released a statement saying that Alex was a rapper and she didn't feel comfortable performing choreo because she was a rapper, which was untrue. And soon after this statement was released, Alex left the group, and BP Rania later released another statement, and Alex also released a statement, which we will, put in the video. In January 2018, Tabo goes missing from the group, not being included in any of the performances or fan meetups. On May 31st of 2018, Hyeme officially leaves the group. Soon after that, it was announced that the group would be having another comeback. This comeback would be in June, and there would be a releasing of the best of songs of Rania in August. On November 27th, while answering fan questions, Tabo says that she's an ex-celebrity when asked about being in BP Rania. Soon after this, all of the remaining members removed BP Rania from their social medias, and DR Music unfollowed a lot of the remaining members. There was rumor of bankruptcy and the business going defunct. On August 18, 2019, BP Rania announced they would be performing in Romania, and they also revealed that they would be performing with 3 unconfirmed members. Fans speculated after this that Ziyu and Jiyun had left the group. August 28th, their YouTube channel confirmed the dates and everything for the tour, and they also revealed the new members. There would be 3 new members: Sunghyun, Larissa, and Yonghyun. And also, soon after this, they also confirmed the departure of 3 of the members. These members included Tabo, Ziyu, and Jiyun. On January 25th of 2020, Namon announced that they were leaving the group. On June 26, 2020, Hyeme and the rest of the members announced that they would be rebranding, with the exception of Sunghyun. And they announced that they would be rebranding as Blackswan. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. They announced that they would be adding 2 members, Judy and Fatou. On August 7th of 2020, it was announced that the debut for Blackswan would be postponed, and postponed indefinitely. However, on October 9th of 2020, announced that they would be making their debut with the full album, Goodbye Rania, on October 16th of 2020. And they had a lead single on this album called Tonight. And I want to go over the remaining members since it can be quite confusing. So the members, there are 5 members. There's Judy, Fatou, Larissa, or Leah. She goes by a different name like a lot of the other ones. There's Yonghyun and he. However, on this record, there are only 2 songs that were originally recorded for the album. There was Tonight, the lead single, and Over and Over. However, a lot of people don't talk about Over and Over. because it's not very good, honestly. And tonight, it was okay. It was alright. It was alright. However, a lot of fans really don't like the album a lot, because they're like, oh, they remixed a lot of the songs. They don't sound very good. They ruined the song for me. And I get that they were trying to include some of the songs for like old fans, like as like a little memory, but I mean, I don't know. Also, they use some of the old members' voices on some of the songs. So they use Alex Reed's voice, I know, and there was another member they used, I think. However, you were like, oh, isn't that illegal? In Korea, technically it isn't illegal. They can use your voice after they paid for it. So basically the sound belongs to them. So they don't have to, I guess, pay you any further for it after they paid you once. I guess you don't earn any like commission off of every time they use it or every time the song is aired. So tough tomatoes, I guess. I don't know. It just doesn't. Korean copyright law makes no sense to me. Like, it just doesn't. It really does not give the artist like anything. So currently, there is drama, and I can foresee another member change in their future. So Hyeme has been accused, or I guess it's been confirmed, because I don't know. I don't want to say confirmed. Hypothetically, because I don't want to get sued. Let's hypothetically say that she was scamming a fan and never paid them back. So hypothetically, we're gonna keep about it right now. Period. Allegations are that Hyeme has scammed a fan out of 50 million won. I will do the conversions here for you, just in case you want to know the amount in USD. So this happened with a former fan, and now he's currently filing a report on Hyeme, which is currently being investigated. So I have to limit my speculation on this. Hyeme and the fan became friends through social media. He has filed a formal complaint over the money that Hyeme owes him. A year after they had met, he states that Hyeme had began asking for money or asking about money, and I will post some of the screenshots because he shared a lot of the screenshots for their messages. Also, shout out to Brianna, because I may be using some of your translated messages. I love you though, so please do not copyright claim me. Hyeme said that she would pay the fan back after she had gained success in the K-pop industry. But after the fan tried to contact her multiple times, she later changed her number and disappeared and stopped talking to the fan completely. Within this time, she asked the fan to get her an apartment, which I guess was sort of an office apartment that's pretty common in Korea if you want to like work and live at a place they're called office tails, I think is what they're called. He paid for her rent, he paid her deposit, he paid for any leisure money that she needed, like drinks. Apparently one time she called him at a bar asking for money, saying that she was $130 short of money, so she wanted him to give her money for the drinks that she had bought for other people. And he also paid for her living expenses plus daily expenses. He gave her a credit card. He racked up about 12,800,000 won in charges on that card. He also showed receipts and bank statements from his bank showing like deposits and everything, or like withdrawals from his account. And this was over the course of 5 months, may you add. This was not even a whole year. This was 5 months. This is not adding to the amount that he gave to her in cash, like physical money. And Dr. Music has come out and said that yes, Hyeme did in fact borrow the money from the fan and is currently being investigated by, I guess, police. So yeah, that is so messed up. And obviously there's a very huge power imbalance. Even if he is older than her or a fan, like, you think that he would know better, but there obviously, she knows that there had to be some type of incentive. He wouldn't have given her all that if she had not asked, which it shows that she has asked before for money blatantly. And girl, it's just a whole mess for me. And It's the manipulation for me. It's the not paying people back for me. It's the spending millions of won on who knows what for me. It's the reckless spending for me. Girl. So now we're gonna get into the opinions that I have or concerns, because we always know there are concerns with me, right? So we're gonna get into that. I have a lot to say. Live performances on this channel, we have not had good experiences with live performances with idols, like at all. Lana, live performances, terrible. And same goes here. Well, they're not that bad. I wouldn't say they were that bad, but they were pretty bad. Like, they just seem so unorganized, and like the choreography. I'm so happy. I shouldn't have to say this, but I'm so happy that they include all of the members, specifically Fatou, in the choreography the whole way. She may be towards the back, but that's because she's tall. There's a height difference. I understand that. You can't just like amount everything to discrimination, but I understand things. I understand how height works. We get it. Just let you know that my speculations and concerns are from a good place. Their live performances aren't very well prepared. Like, they seem very confused in one, and also some of the choreo is a little bit sloppy. I'm not gonna lie. I can't dance, but we've all seen that before. Considering that they had a postponed debut where they had an allotted period of time to have extra practice, since their debut was cut short and was elongated. It was postponed, so you had ample time to, get it together. I feel like a lot of people don't have that if they aren't ready when it happens, and they aren't ready. It just is what it is. But y'all got extra time. It should be together. I think it should be together. I personally expected it to be better, and a lot of people may be like, "Oh, you have too much high expectations." If they're debuting, best believe I'm gonna have high expectations. Why are you debuting if you don't have? If you're not prepared, babe? I mean, it is what it is. Like, I expect quality. Also, don't get me started on the stage costumes. Terrible. If you watch the live performance, well, I'll put it in the video. But if you watch her live performances, especially if you watch Fatou, she's constantly pulling up her shirt. A lot of the members are like pulling up their shirts and fixing their outfit throughout the performance. Like, they're obviously uncomfortable. And whoever is the stylist for these live performances, fired. Absolutely fired. This was not your year. This was not your year. This is not it. First of all, Fatou is I feel like Fatou is very tall. Well, she's significantly taller than a lot of people in Korea. So I could foresee that there may be some malfunctions, but everything is a little bit short. And speaking of shorts, those denim cutoff blue jean things that y'all had going on, terrible. Absolutely terrible. Absolutely disgusting. And open-toe combat boots, babe, get out of here. Skedaddle. Who hurt y'all? What happened? But I literally put, why would you style open-toe combat boots? Why would you style them in open-toe combat boots? Cut-off jean shorts are terrible, period. And they don't complement the concept at all. Okay, if you wanted to style them in a certain way, there were options. You had options in the music video. There were outfits that weren't that terrible. They complemented the concept so much better than these stage costumes. I don't know what y'all have going on with that, but it needs to stop. Fatou seems genuinely like happy. If I was watching like one of the I wouldn't say podcast. It was like a radio thing where they were singing on the radio, and Fatou was like singing like other people's parts, and she seemed so like happy about it, and she was excited the rapper part. Like you can see that she was excited, but even Alex says that even if she was upset or like having a hard time, we would know. So obviously I can't take that at face value because it could just be a performance. Like that's her job to perform and act happy, but I'm not sure what it could be. So much more going on behind the scenes that was happening to Alex Reed. It could be happening to Fatou. I really hope not, but if it is, girls skedaddle. I could just see everything repeating. Like they delay debuts, which really wasn't their fault really because of Corona, but they delayed the debuts. Member controversy, members go missing, which I assume will happen pretty soon because Hyeme disappeared, poof, just gone. I assume pretty soon. And then DR Music Pro's gonna be like, hey, she's on a hiatus, or lie about it. Also, on their live stage, one of them, I think it was the first one, they were lip syncing, which you guys were like, oh, I mean, I feel like, why perform if you're gonna lip sync? Why perform a live stage if you're going to lip sync the whole entire time? And this would be okay if you had like a difficult like choreography, and it would just be so like strenuous that you couldn't sing properly. But it wasn't that deep. The choreo was basic. It was easy to follow. I feel like nothing too crazy in here. So I don't know about that one. Also, Fatou is a great rapper. Like, I wouldn't say, well, she's a really good rapper. The rap line in Tonight, awkward. I don't like it. It's just, okay, it was fine until I heard the bro. Bro, you know this girl is not saying bro like that. I don't feel like Fatou wrote that rap. I don't feel like she wrote that rap. I feel like it was the bro that hit the ear wrong. It was the bro. I'm like, bro, what? I'm like, y'all couldn't have figured out another word to go in there? Like, just make up one. Not bro. Like, who? Didn't even rhyme. I'm like, oh. But she is really good at rapping. Like, she did a Pop Smoke cover or another cover of somebody else's rap, and I think she's freestyling over the instrumental, but it was mad good, better than the bro. So I don't know what they had going on there. Terrible. Please do not stifle this girl's creative abilities because you're trying to accommodate to the palette of mainstream media. Period. Please don't do that. Thank you. Period. Also, why are you using past songs? I get it's for the fans, but why are you using past songs, past vocals for a debut where you're trying to break away from BP Rania and you're trying to be Blackswan? That's not a rebrand. That's not a rebrand to me. That's not a rebrand to me. So that was really weird. I don't know why they would do that. And they also released only 2 original tracks, and they weren't okay. Tonight it was okay. Over and Over, not good. Which I don't understand why, when you're only releasing 2 original songs on an album with vocals that aren't yours. Technically, they're past members of BP Rania, not Blackswan. So I don't know. I just give them more time, I feel like. But Fatou, love her. Beautiful, period. Okay, and the last thing I wrote was, obviously, it's a cash grab. Like, they realized, okay, I'm sorry, I'm sitting on the floor. They realized that they went wrong with Alex, right? So now they realized that having the first black K-pop idol brought their group a lot of attention. So I feel like that's what they're doing with Fatou. They're really, like, emphasizing that they have a black girl, hence Blackswan, which is why I thought it was really weird when they made Alex the leader and then they made her stand to the side and she wasn't even an original member of the group, or the oldest member of the group at the time. So girl, I feel like that's what they're doing here. Y'all can say I'm wrong, but I feel like I'm right. So, do I want to be right, or I feel like I'm right? I feel like I'm right. So, what do y'all think? Do y'all feel like they're exploiting black people again, or for cash and money? We've went over this formula before. Non-black and non-Korean idols, particularly in this case, black K-pop idols, garner views, garner attention. Attention equals money, and money makes big companies happy. Period. So I feel like that's what's going on. If you have any other, conspiracies, then let me know in the comments below. What do you feel like? What do you think about this? And also, I've noticed that Fatou likes wearing her natural hair. However, in all the videos and live performances everywhere else, you never see her natural hair. So I don't know. I feel like Alex Reed over again. She had to straighten her hair because they didn't know how to do her hair. So I feel like that's probably what's going on with Fatou, because obviously I don't feel like they care enough or have the budget to hire, if there are even any people in Korea to do Fatou's natural hair for performances or daily or whatever. So I'm sure she could do it, but I'm pretty sure they're trying to like stay with it. They're not trying to get too crazy. Like, you can be black, but you can't be that black. You can't have your natural hair black. You have to wear straight wigs, period. They did give her a little ponytail which had textured hair. I like that. So they were like, you can get a little crazy, but not that crazy. So I don't know. I'm on the fence with this group. I don't know. I'm not in love with it as much as I feel like I should be. But I've been talking for an hour now, and I have to edit this video. So bye guys. Tell me what you guys think. What you guys like about Blackswan and what you guys don't like. So yeah. See you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you later.